To start with, I think I just tried to survive because it was so overwhelming. And I was widowed at 32 with 5 children under the age of 10. So that was a particularly difficult time in my life. I had a lot of support. I had people that were helpful and people that were unhelpful, people that said the wrong things. But what I tried to do with them was to understand where they were coming from and realize that they were saying something. They were reaching out and they were trying to help. And there would be some value in the things they said, even if they came across as being very judgmental. As to the why, I can look back and see perhaps some of the reasons why and understand that in God's plan, but in the big picture, I don't think that I'll understand that until the kingdom. And then I'll be able to look back and see, that's why that happened, and see the whole picture. I know one thing it's done for me, it's made me more compassionate with other people, and I can appreciate that in myself. There's a passage in some of Islip Collier's writings where he talks about the paradox of being sorrowful yet always rejoicing. And he said some of the most glowing ascriptions of praise to God come from a grief-stricken heart. And I can understand that more. And talking to other people who've had similar experiences, I've realized that I don't think you deal with the experience so much as you go through it. You survive it, you're still alive at the end of it, you're changed by it, and the experience has become part of you. So it's finding a way of dealing with that experience, being compassionate with yourself, and kind of almost like growing around a wound. And that wound now becomes a part of you, and you're able to move on. You'll never be the same because you're changed by it. But this part of that is part of growing and part of realizing that God's working with you. And that, for me, that made it very real. I felt very close to God, that He was working with me. And at the same time, I felt like if I felt angry, that I could express that to God, that He was big enough to take it. And He responded to people in the Psalms and in the prophets, and Jonah and Jeremiah. And God understood them because He made them and was able to work through that.